Project Bahamas Strong started the day after the hurricane, when we had several friends and very close friends in part of the islands that we weren't able to reach. We couldn't contact them, we had no communication, and being FEMA disaster recovery, we're able to have access. So we got early clearance to be able to go to the island, and Gabby and I decided that we would partner. We have a home in the Bahamas, we have a lot of friends there, and we just decided that we know through the last hurricanes, things weren't handled very well. Things weren't distributed properly to the right people. A lot of crooked things were going on, so we decided that we have a home there and we love to do missions, and we thought we would partner together and create Project Bahamas Strong and see what we could do to raise funds for all of Bahamas, anybody and anyone who needs it. We've partnered, you know, Gabby can tell you, she's on the side with the partnering with people and creating the events, and I'll let her tell you a little bit about that.
Okay, so I started by going door to door to all like local food stores and clothing places and stuff, and basically asking for them to be a sponsor for us. And that kind of took off by word of mouth, and then we started doing fundraisers at restaurants like Zuccarelli's, Papi Chulo's. We try to have like at least 2 or 3 fundraisers a month. That gets a lot of people out and aware, buying apparel. And then we run an online site where people can buy apparel, adopt a child, or sponsor a bag, like a goodie bag. And that's getting a lot of attention so that people don't just donate their money and not really know where it's going. I think the biggest challenge is keeping people interested. You know, it's been a month since the incident, and they think, okay, we bought our $20 shirt and we're done, but it's gonna take years to rebuild what they had, and we need everyone to just stay aware and continue to help and
Donate time, money,
yeah,
adopt families like these little guys that are so wonderful to have. But every little bit helps.
We got there planning to give a bunch of stuff like food and generators to specific families that we knew over there. And we got to the gate of Grand Bahama, and there were hundreds of people that were standing in the sun, babies, elderly, looking for food, a bottle of water, a roll of toilet paper, and they were not allowed in the gate if their name wasn't on the list. So we took everything we brought over, opened it up, and started handing out sandwiches and bottles of water, and these people were so grateful. It was the most rewarding thing ever. And it definitely...
How many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
We made like over 1,000 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But people are so grateful for the simplest things that it makes us like realize what we take for granted over here.
Obviously there are some islands that have fared better than others, and some islands that have a lot stronger support than others. I'm going to say that we're a few years out from really seeing any big change in some of these islands that were hit the hardest. Last week we visited Hopetown, and I can honestly tell you that it looks, from what everyone says, you know, 10 times better than the day after, but it looks like a war zone, and it's, you know, like nothing you've ever seen, and it's really, you know, you don't know what you expect until you get to the ground. Isn't that right? We took Eli for his first trip back, and, you know, since the hurricane, to visit some of his
Eli,
friends there.
What'd you think when you went back to see your home? Was it sad? Was it hard?
It was hot.
It was hot.
It was very hot. No AC, but it was good to get him back to see his dad, and, you know, to see what's going on take place on the island.
And your doggies?
Yes. His head got bigger.
His
the
head
dog's
got
head
bigger?
got bigger.
God, like
over
over
60.
Yeah.
You can't even count. Every other day, if we're not on the boat, we're flying, and sometimes we have both planes going, both boats going, other people's boats going. It just depends, honestly. Weather, obviously permitted, is a big hindrance for us. So when the weather is bad on the ocean, we tend to jump in the planes and take that route. So that's, any way we can get there.
My name is Robinette Richardson. I'm from Hopetown, Abaco, Bahamas. I was on island, actually at my own home on Elbow Key during the storm. It's one of the worst experiences I've actually ever experienced in my lifetime. It was like a lot of heavy winds, a lot of rain. It was basically like a whirlpool around my house. Well, for the first half, we did very well, and we went outside during the eye, but the second half was that's when we got all the damage done to the roof. We didn't get any flood on the outside of the house, but on the inside, after the roof damage, the water kept pouring in. I've actually met them about 3 years ago on the island of Hopetown, just being a waitress at the Abaco Inn, and that's how I actually get to meet them. And it's been such a great joy that I know them now, and it's a blessing. We actually started messaging each other like before the storm, and of course, Jim was like, "Why are you staying on the island?" And to be honest, that's my home. It's really nowhere to go. And by the time we got the evacuation notice, it's already like, Saturday night, very late anyways, and where would we go? And it would be so much people to even think about evacuating the island at that time. But after the storm, it was about like a whole week later when I finally was able to connect with them. And thank God for an Apple Watch. Because after the storm, my phone actually got water damage, so I was not able to use it. After I got to a friend's house that had internet Wi-Fi connection, I was able to connect my phone. It has been a wonderful experience. Being part of Project Bahamas, gives me hope, especially being able to go back into the Bahamas and hand out to the Bahamian people, and just be able to give the people the items instead of sending it to the government, And I'm also trying to take advantage of the opportunities that I have here in Florida, because I would like to take those opportunities back home once we rebuild, to give up, to be part of the better Bahamas.
You can drop things at the warehouse, or at most of our sponsors, there'll be a box where you can drop off any donations there.
The
and
website
you can also go on
also.
the website and sponsor a child. We got like a wish list from each child, and you can buy that and bring it to us, and then we'll take a photo of the child receiving the gift.
There'll also be Amazon and Walmart and a few other links directly on Project Bahamas Strong.
For more information about our organization and what we do, please go to projectbahamastrong.com.
Thank you.
I would like to say thank you to my friends, Dusty and Jim, for being there for me and my family. I just pray that God will continue to bless you guys and your project.